For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.
Man, this is our bread and butter. This is what we love. It's that hip hop, man. So we had a few lyrically inclined guys drop. One of my guys I've been waiting for forever, Benny the Butcher, dropped. We had T.I. He came through with it was somewhat of a not surprise album, but I wasn't checking for a T.I. album. Welcomed, of course, because T.I. hasn't put out a bad album. And then we had Black Thought that came out of nowhere last week and said he was dropping something on his IG. And then we had one more that dropped as well, but we're not even gonna touch on it. We're just gonna let you guys know that Party Next Door dropped a party pack.
Yeah, so
6-7 songs,
like an EP, right?
EP where he just dropped a few loosies that've been online forever for people that are super duper into him. I don't go online to find my songs that I like to listen to from him as far as YouTube. Get it on a DSP, you got me there. So a lot of these were new to me. So
Mario dropped something too.
Mario, as far as R&B, dropped something too as well. So the Party Next Door, from what I listened to, I was digging it. So y'all go check those two out as far as R&B short listens. But let's get back to the hip hop, man. Let's start with Black Thought.
Black Thought, man. Like I get it. Black Thought ain't Jay-Z. He ain't Nas. I don't think he's ever going to get that big of a mainstream following as those. Like, nobody's tattooing their verses of Black Thought on their arms. And so the mass appeal probably ain't going to get it. But the real hip hop heads, the real ones, understand when these Black Thought albums drop. I mean, we hear so many rappers like throwing them in their top list, you know, and it's because like he comes with that content and I will say, since he's been venturing out and doing all this stuff, man, his production is always top notch. Like, I think ever since they've been on that Jimmy Fallon show and everything like this, they've been able to like bump and get in with better crowds on Musically Inclined, and like with them already having that ear, finding these right producers and just getting those perfect beats that meld with their sound. And on this, man. So what's it called? Streams of Thought?
Yeah, so Streams of Thought, Volume 3, Kane and Abel.
Okay, so that's exactly what these first 3 songs on it was, like a stream of thought. It seemed like one seamless song going through it, played all the way through. Man, I count all 3 of them as an intro because I'm telling you, like when you listen to it, they transition right into each other. And unless you're watching the track listening, like you're not gonna know that it went into the next song. The beat changes slightly, but the flow is still the same. And man, and he came in there and killed it. And it just feels like once you hear that Swiss beats come on with that Good Morning, and then you're like, okay, now we're like just getting into the album. Like, man, and that song, Good Morning.
Can say a few things about Good Morning. So they got 3 of mine. Well, he has 2 other of my favorite spitters right now at the moment. Killer Mike, who's pretty much crushing everything he's getting on, and he's super duper on his I guess you want to call it political, socio-economical rap, and just pretty much enlightened all around. Like, he just killing shit. Like, so Killer Mike came on and killed it. Pusha T came on and did exactly what he needed to do. And then Black Thought, man, like, goodness gracious, man. Like, them 3 guys are monsters, and this was what keeps me coming back to hip hop, because no matter whether you're on a mainstream playing field or whether you're on a playing field where you're a rapper's rapper and everybody knows what you do on the mic, these guys came to deliver, man. Like, you could tell when the cats deliver these type of verses, you could tell they got respect for the MC that they're doing the verses for.
And the way he came out on this, man, it's just like, y'all keep sleeping on him. Y'all keep him like back into a corner and let him keep strike with these like lightning fast and deadly bars that he be having on here, man. This dude just still sound like he's young and rejuvenated, like and hungry for it still. And been this many years in the game, You expect him to have a different type of tone, but no, he's top tier every time, man.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't lazy with the flow, but another song that for me came off as like, wait, he's doing a song with Schoolboy Q, which was Steak 'Em.
Woo, that's Steak 'Em.
So I
The
just,
Steak 'Em, when it came on, bro, like I was just like, I'm locked in. And then I just played it. I went on there and played the album. I ain't really like look at it. The first time I listened to the album, I don't pay attention to that. I want to hear what the artist just like had out there, and I experience it as it come out, and I want to be shocked or something like this. So when I heard Schoolboy Q come on and like the feature verse, it was just like, whoa. And I was already blown away just at the beginning, just the way Black Thought just comes on here and just kills this song from the jump. Yeah, but nice mix. I wasn't expecting that.
I never would expect it. So yeah, same thing here. Like Q came with the not normal, but his if you listen to Schoolboy Q with his normal gritty flow on these type of beats, because he has ventured out in the past ever since his first album. I would say he started venturing out a little bit more and, you know, working with A$AP Rockies and countless others in the industry. But this one, again, you're like, oh man, they're doing he's doing a feature with Black Thought, but then you listen to it and you like, it don't even sound like it's odd. It fits, strangely enough. So I was locked into that one. And then there's another one on there where Black Thought was just talking about relationships. And again, you know, Black Thought is in his mid-40s and we're getting up there in age, even though we don't look it. But it was called We Could Be Good. We Could
Be Good, yeah.
So I can identify with a lot of the things he was saying on We Could Be Good from a
skit
adult
on that
perspective.
The skit on that was like, oh, okay, man, I could definitely relate.
Yeah, definitely how much, you know, even up into today, you know, and again, I'm gonna probably get into like, I always relate my life to what these rappers are talking about and equate it that way. Some people may do it. I mean, I think that's how all people do it. I don't think I'm unique to it. I think I may stretch it a little bit more, but that's how much I'm into, you know, the music. So We Could Be Good really got to me because, like you said, that intro, man, just before we was coming up here, my wife was like, Mondays again? Y'all doing the podcast again? And I was like, yeah, got a podcast on Monday. And, you know, she was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really an issue, but well, some days it is an issue. You know what I mean? Especially when we do more than two podcasts a week or we edit it. So I can definitely feel Black Thought on that skit, man. But yeah, that's all I got for Black Thought Stream of Thought Volume 3, Kane and Abel. It's really dope. Listen, it's not quite an EP because it's like 10 tracks, I believe, on there. So he's
I think it was 13.
13?
But one of them was like an outro.
Yeah.
You could take out the one song I don't like. I think it was Nature of the Beast. I didn't like the direction that he was going up in there. It was more of just like an alternative rock type vibe.
He was trying.
It wasn't for me.
Trying something different.
He probably got somebody on there, but that's what we talked about. I think we talked about this last week when we was talking about if you're gonna experiment, like just give you one on the album and just see how it goes. And if people like it, then you know to do more. I'm glad you only gave us one. I don't like it.
Yeah, if it's not,
poll the rest of your listeners. I don't like that one. Yeah.
All right, man. So let's move on, man. That T.I., man, he dropped the Libra. So how do you feel about that one?
So did this give you what was old boy that did the Feminine Divine?
Was
that Mac Miller?
Yeah, but it was Mac Miller.
Okay. It gave me that type of vibe, like how he was trying to touch and just like give see the woman's point of view on a lot of this thing. I think that's what he was going for, and he had a couple of them on there. I thank him for the platform, but you can go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was like, yo, what is the Libra? What does that stand for? And apparently it stands for The Legend Is Back Running Atlanta. If I'm wrong, I Googled it. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But it had women on the cover, but The Legend Is Back Running Atlanta is the acronym for the Libra. I don't quite get it after listening to it. So that's that. I mean, maybe I'm digging too deep into that.
And like overall, I know some people, if you like T.I., you're gonna love this album. Like, I mean, he gives you more of that. He had a lot of features on this though.
22.
A lot of features.
Take me on me. He had 22 features on this joint. 20 songs, 22 features. I'm like, good God Almighty. It's a compilation album. But I give him a pass because one of my favorite albums ever has, if not that many or more, which is Life After Death by Biggie Smalls. So if I'm going to allow it, also America's Most Wanted. I mean, not America's Most Wanted, but All Eyes on Me. A lot of features. So if we gonna hold some people to that standard or not, I just want to be consistent. So I'm cool with the features. It still sound like a T.I. album.
Speaking of the Biggie though, like the Hypnotized, like look, I think he called Hypno on here, but it used the Hypnotized type beat that slightly slowed up a little bit different. But I mean, I like that song. And then he had another one that was like an old school beat that he did. Hitmaker. I like those were the two like standout tracks. I liked them. I like T.I. flow over those songs. It was some other ones though. Like, I think he was kind of experimenting a little bit too. And it's just like, but overall, like, it just, in this week, I had Black Thought. And I think we're going to get to the next one.
Yeah,
T.I. the Butcher.
T.I. was very last. He was last in my, I have to get to. This is like one of them albums that it dropped. I'm going to keep it in the tuck for now. I don't have great things to say off the first listen. But again, it's 20 tracks and I ain't, it just came out Friday. So like, this is one you got to sit with for a little bit.
Yeah, I need more time with it. I mean, cause like you about to find out we was on that Benny pretty heavy. And then after that, I was like giving that Black Thought and I even must dabbed into the R&B. I went back to Trey Songz and the Mario.
Yeah, cause I needed a break. I needed a break from all these bars.
But just T.I., we're going to come back to it. We'll do a revisit in a couple of weeks and like really come and give it this time to shine. But if you're looking in the moment this week, going up against competition, I liked the Benny the Butcher the most, then followed by the Black Thought. So let's get into this Benny the Butcher.
Man, it's very seldom that the artist that I champion or that I like from the time nobody really was checking for him, when it was just a niche, like when he was doing Derringer beats, grimy Alchemist beats, and just rapping his ass off on that street shit. Because at my core, I'm not a street dude, but that's what I grew up listening to, being where I'm from Brooklyn. So I love this type of talk. I like that type of slick talk. I like that type of bravado. I like the type of bars in your face. And I've been waiting for Benny to deliver another project since Tana Talk 3. And then, of course, we had his EP that came out after that. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was just the EP. You know what I mean? We was waiting for the next full-length project or album. And this Burden of Proof, first off, before we get into Benny, Hit Boy, hats off to you, brother, because you are killing it right now. You are killing it right now. You giving dudes that have a signature sound, a new sound, and you're making them sound even better than they've sounded in recent years. You know what I mean? Them dudes like Nas had the bars, Big Sean had the bars, but they just sounded different over his production, man.
He did both of those?
Huh?
Both of those?
Yeah, this is his third project.
Dude, like, man, pandemic has been nice to some people. Like, it really locked in, have some people just like really doing it. Man, but Cash, this album shouldn't work. It shouldn't work. We constantly talk about artists evolving, about them moving forward. But what happens when you break hip hop down to its core, right? And you get that 90s sound, but make it sound so fresh in 2020. I wasn't expecting it. I know I like Griselda, and I know you like Griselda, but like they always have that grimy flow, and we still got so many of all the people that we know that we're constantly trying to rally and put on these people. Like, I know they're getting a little bit more mainstream, but it's still some people that just still stuck in their ways, and just like when you tell them where they from, Buffalo. And they even got a skit on this album, like talking about it. But that's exactly how I feel like every time. It's just like then the jokes come and everything. I was just like, stop, go listen. Stop what you're gonna regret this. I'm telling you. And sure enough.
Perez, I don't even entertain the Buffalo jokes or nothing. I'm like, all right, well, don't listen. Like I'm no longer wanting you to listen to people that I know are dope. Like if you're gonna like be that ignorant of, oh, this guy's from here, like the best rapper all around right now that's doing it, regardless of whether you love him or hate him, as far as his accolades, is from Toronto. He ain't even from the States.
I mean, Canada's dropping all these jewels on us, man. Claypool and then Drake. Hey, yeah, keep it going.
Man, whatever, man. So what I'm saying is, man, it don't matter where you come from, man. You can come from a hole in the wall nowadays, man. The internet should have, if you still listen to hip hop, and if you don't, then I understand what you're going through. You just kind of resorting back to that old way of thinking. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the South. West Coast. Like you still thinking that old way, and I'm here as an elder statesman now. Break that mold, people, if you're listening, because this Benny the Butcher album is easily gonna be in my top 10. There is no bumping it out at this point of the year. And I know it's early. We got 2.5 months. I mean, 2.5 months.
You're locking it down already.
Locked in.
You're doing okay.
It's locked in. He just a lot of shit resonates. I'm gonna start with the first song that sticks out to me. We talked about Timeless with Wayne and Big Sean. We went on and on about this. So I'm gonna leave Timeless out of that because that's its own thing. Famous was the first song.
Wait. To those haters, I think like right when it come on, Burden of Proof. He said, "This ain't for the kid. This ain't for the kids." So you get
all right. So Famous, man. 3 rollies, 3 car. Man, like that shit. When he was saying that shit, or when he was saying he still doesn't feel famous after all of the accolades that he's amassed in their Griselda run and individually over the last few years. It resonates with me because no matter what I do as far as in my personal life or whatever, I always feel like it's more, and I don't feel accomplished. Even when I reach goals, I just still feel regular. You know what I mean? I feel like regular me, even though, there's a lot of things that other people haven't done that I personally done, but I don't ever sit down and look and relish in that. And that's what I felt like he was talking about with Famous. Like, I got all this shit, but I still on an incline. And then he just come on. He didn't waste no time. As soon as the beat dropped, attacked. And then that's how it was for the rest of the track. That's my favorite song off the project.
I mean, Timeless is still up there. I know we talked about it the week before, but I mean, we talking about this, that Big Sean, Lil Wayne. I mean, that comes hard. But this ain't for the kids, so you got to excuse this. I mean, that's how it comes on, man. And it's just like, man, that Burden of Proof, man. And he definitely right with that. I mean, if y'all gonna continue to sleep on him, go ahead. I understand. You ain't gonna understand what great hip hop is, man. And so I think like Sly Green, that was another one. Yep. That's one where he talked about the Tupac flow, even though he did have some inaccuracies in that. Like he talked about Tupac flow, but then he talked about 98. I'm like, Tupac 96, bro.
Yeah.
But that's my new. It flowed well. It sounded well. Not everybody's gonna understand.
Yep. That's definitely a dope one, man. I like the freestyle because we heard it on the freestyle like a little, like maybe a day before the album released, where it was over. I forgot what classic beat it was. I liked it over the classic beat, but nevertheless, strong ass track as well. Following up Famous for me was Legend.
My guns have Carfax. You know who I shot with. Man, that Legends, bro.
Oh man,
that Legends, like
I'm a legend
that just got you there. I mean, I don't know if he was talking about his real guns he got in the pack, or he just saying, "Say my name and you're gonna know I came for you." I don't know. It's just out there, man. It was just Legends.
Benny, at that point, I'm like, why are you still going this hard on the last song of the album. You know what I mean? Like he still was going hard on that, man. Like it's so many bars in this album. I wanted to write them down, but it's just too many quotables.
He had the Kobe. I don't remember the Kobe line, but yeah, he had a Kobe line up in there. I remember it was like another part that had me stopping and rewinding when he's like married the game and deaf my in-laws. Like, ooh.
And then the next one I'm gonna only give y'all 3 because I like the only one I really was like, yo, get this Miami Vice shit out of here. But Benny carried it because of the lyrics was the one with Dom Kennedy. That shit sound like a Miami Vice. I'm like, yo, come on.
Definitely got to agree.
And that's the one shot you got to try some shit out. Benny, don't do that again. I rock with it because of your lyrics, carried it, but I didn't like the hook. I fuck with you, Dom. Don't get me wrong. I like your project that just dropped, but that just wasn't it for me. But the next track that if I was to say go listen to this album, it would be Famous Legend and One Way Flight featuring Freddie Gibbs. Yeah, so yeah, Freddie pretended like he ain't want to come in on there and rap. Freddie gave us 8 bars, but I'm like, come on, man. Come on, man.
His hook is so like, man, that's gonna be sticking with me, man.
The Toyota or the Maybach.
When you talk about, are you gonna be mad in Toyota or in this Maybach? It's so real. Like, hey, I understand, but you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave. No.
Yeah, I'm still
some real stuff. Just
still gonna do what I do out here in these streets. Is you gonna go try to be happy, or you gonna stay here and deal with what I do? Essentially, that's what they say. So I mean, we've all been there in our younger years where we've been reckless. So I mean, but those tracks
on
shit,
this
man.
though, Benny, he usually give you stories, and there's a little bit more
straight to the point
and like more street nature. But this one, like he kind of said like he was given his background. Like I felt like, you understood a lot more of where they came from. He talked about his charges, his times locked up. Like he gave you so much him in this album.
New Streets. New Streets was like, that's probably gonna be one of the hardest street joints as far as how he broke down how dudes are really out here behaving as far as just new street code. And then, but it's kind of crazy for him to go from that to the one where he's talking about his mother, showing him how to use a rubber. Like that's the first bar on that song. That's how you get somebody's attention. You know what I mean? So he has such wide range, even on sticking to a street aspect. But sometimes that's good. Like sometimes why, like we say all the time, why go against the grain for what people love you for? You know what I mean? He still hasn't, in all theory, dropped a studio full-length album, so to speak. So if this is what he got in store and he's stepping out, can you imagine when he has like 2 or 3 focused Hit Boy tracks, then 2 or 3 Alchemists, and maybe something over here? Like he get to pick and choose, because I think this album made him have now he has the pick of the litter as far as producers that want to work with him.
So I think I like what Hit Boy, Madlib, like all these producers are doing, and like they kind of paving the way for the next wave. I know we like worry about, like, I think we had Kanye West talking about like people signed to all these contracts. This is showing you don't have to. Like the platforms are there where you don't need these people back and then taking your money anymore. If you can just meet up with the right people and get linked up, like get your songs. The people pulling songs off like Instagram and it's like beats, and like you just get gonna be a little bit of luck, but I mean you get out there and then you get paired up, man. Like you can do so much more without these industry titans no more. Like they're not really needed. They need you more than you need them.
Yeah, and his talent is truly showing. I mean, he has Rock Nation Management, and then he has Griselda, which is this year, they are the label of the year. Should have probably had it last year as well as they did. And like hats off to them, because even Westside Gunn has stepped up his production as far as outside of their super duper grimy sound. Even he has stepped it up. Most notably, Conway the Machine on his last project sounds nothing like he has rapped on before. So I think it's only right that they branch out and try different things and get with producers that can still give them that street element. But like you said, on an updated 2020 scale, that's really all you have to do. One of my favorite guys has mastered it, and he's rapped about the same thing since he came in with the clips. Hasn't changed up much at all. Just got better production. And we still love him for
drop a gem of a verse every now and again, and just like, yeah, I'm back in.
Right. Right. So
people done called him out on it. Drake tried to like just point that out, but I don't care.
I don't care. Keep doing it. There's a lane for this street rapper shit, and he's doing it. Back to Benny, he's doing it on an elite level. He's saying shit that people want to hear and is relatable, and it can't be relatable if it ain't real shit. It can't be. He can't be saying a level of detail he's saying in some of these bars with it being not truthful. So, man, shouts out to him. Shouts out to Hit Boy. Hit Boy posted something on his Instagram saying who y'all want me to do a project with next. So that's what I posed to you, Prez. Who does Hit Boy need to get in the lab with next? And I already know who you're gonna say before you say it.
You know I'm gonna say, man, Gibbs, man.
Exactly. And if not Gibbs, who else you got? I would love him with Wale, man. Man. That yes. Yeah. That's who I would definitely want him with. Those are my top two.
Yeah, man. So our new Patreon member, we got a new one in this past week, man. He's big on Griselda, man. This man.
Oh man, any Patreon that's big on Griselda is a friend of mine. Introduce the man. What's his name?
Man.
Let us know.
Man, we'd say Cali's, Oakland's.
Oh, he's from Oakland and he's a Griselda fan? Oh, that's even better. That's showing diversity. I like this guy already.
Got it inked in his veins, man. He's the Raiders fan, but then all of a sudden not a Raiders fan on time to time. And I respect him for it. You still got the tattoo. You can fall off a couple here and there, but
you got a Raiders tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh man,
he says only for Oakland though.
We always all of us make poor decisions at a certain time. I had a Rockefeller, tattoo.
All right, but yeah, man, Tyrus, thank you for the support, man. All right, so thank y'all if y'all with us this long. Thank y'all for staying with us this long. We appreciate you. Prayers out.
All right, peace.